Hey guys, it's Miss Lauren here. I am at the studio getting ready for outdoor classes. I didn't have time to schedule a meeting, so I'm going to make a quick video about all of the things that we need to do. Miss Kathleen is going to be helping out every day. She will be arriving 15 minutes before classes are scheduled to start and staying 15 to 30 minutes after the beginning of the last class. That means she'll be leaving before class is over, which means it will be your responsibility to put everything back before leaving for the day. First things first is the parking lot. We're gonna have drive-through pickup and drop-off, which is going to start right here at this corner with the sign, so that when parents pull up, they can see the sign out their driver's side window. They are going to follow this lane of cones, pulling over the back spots so that they can pull up all the way to the front. Please put a small cone at the end of each white line. Put the two big cones in the middle so that they cannot drive into the lot and run over any kids. If there are multiple cars that don't fit in the line, we can move this middle cone so that people can pull up into the second lane, which is to the right-hand side of these cones. Okay, inside of the studio, we have the iPad here if you would like to use it for music, or if you would like to use it for sign in. It is plugged into the charger, so when you are done with it, please make sure you put it back on this table and plug it into the charger. I already have everything loaded here right in the iPad as far as having the app open. In order to sign in classes, you're just going to open your MindBody app, whether on the iPad or on your phone. You're going to go to your class day, choose the class, so conditioning on Tuesday. We already have 2 people signed up. Just check them in. Miss Kathleen and I are going to be making sure that everybody pays. Secondary to that, before participating in classes, everyone is going to need to sign a waiver. If they haven't signed a waiver yet, you can pull up the iPad and hand it to them. I already have the page pulled up. It is musicinmotionva.com. and it is under for parents and then forms and waivers. So they will need to either go on their phone to that site in order to sign the new waiver, which has COVID-19 specific information and liability, in order to participate in classes. So they can do that from their iPad if you hand it to them, or from their phone. In the studio is a Bluetooth speaker. You can connect to the speaker by hitting the Bluetooth button, which is right next to the power button. It is called JBL Charge 3. It also has a charger here in the studio, so make sure when you are finished that you turn the speaker off and plug it in. You can take the speaker outside and put it right on the ground if you want, or you can carry this little table outside as well. You can design your personal classroom for the outdoors however you like. I do recommend that each student get their own personal floor for them to work on. I have laid out 10 floors here because we're limited to 8 students per class. Each student can have their own floor for a tap class, or for conditioning, or for ballet bar. If you are feeling very ambitious and you want to do something across the floor, as in across the parking lot, you can connect these floors together, all 10 of them, in order to make one long row, and then you can do something across the parking lot. The students should be bringing sneakers, however, so they should be able to be free to do anything. For example, I wouldn't recommend using the floors for hip hop. As Veronica says, hip hop did start in the streets. There are also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, to get a few more chairs. There's some chairs here they can use for a ballet bar, for balancing, for technique classes if you wish. Each student can walk into the studio, grab their own chair, grab their own floor, and take it to a parking spot. When they are done, the students are responsible for bringing the items back into the studio and using the cleaning station in order to wipe down the floor and wipe down their chair. They can use the hand sanitizer on their way out and on their way in, and also the disinfecting wipes or the spray and the tub of towels in order to wipe everything. Every student should have their own parking space. The parking spaces are 9 feet across, so this is the perfect distance for the required 6 to 10 feet outdoors. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spots in the front, so they are a perfect amount for a full class. As a teacher, feel free to stand wherever you like, whether in the middle of the lot or in the handicapped area in the middle. Just make sure to maintain distance from your students. Every student should be bringing their own yoga mat. I have left my mat here. It's a Pilates mat, so it's extra cushy if you would like to use this mat for teaching floor work, whether on the personal floors or just on the concrete. I do have extra yoga mats. They are in the utility room. Students just need to make sure to wipe the mats down very thoroughly and roll them up after. Here are the yoga mats, which are in the utility room right there on the shelf. We are not using any props unless absolutely necessary, such as the yoga mats. So no spots, no weights, no TheraBands, no foam rollers, no blocks. Just get creative and back to dance and movement of your body. Okay guys, that should be everything. We have the cones in the parking lot. We have the iPad and for sign-in and the speaker for music. We have yoga mats, we have chairs, and we have the personal floors that go in the parking spot for every student, and we have the cleaning stations as well. The water fountain is closed. No one is to be using the water fountain. Students are welcome to come in and out of the doors in order to use the bathroom. However, please leave the front door propped open so that we don't have to keep using the handle to walk in and out. Here's Mr. Casey. He's sleeping. Yay. Okay. We'll see. Lastly, it is very important that you put everything back exactly where you found it, and make sure that the studio and every studio, the lobby and the bathroom continues to look neat and clean. It's very simple, but everything appearing to be organized and not cluttered will help people understand that the studio is safe and clean, and will go a very long way in continuing to inspire our students to return. If we cannot do a good job of inspiring our students to return, then we no longer have a dance studio. So that's super important. Thanks.